to a brand new Liverpool transfer news video, and then we have major developments in the Lavia to Liverpool transfer update. In this video we will tell you all the latest details about what is going on with Lavia and Liverpool, because the transfer is edging closer to being completed. But David honestly reported that Southampton have turned down Liverpool's opening offer, which was even bigger than the £35 million that I reported yesterday. It was £37 million, and the bid was turned down just a few minutes after I finished recording yesterday's video. So you guys said that the video's information was not up to date. It was up to date at the time of making that video, but now we have major details and developments ongoing. So if you are excited about these Liverpool transfer news updates, make sure to leave a like, subscribe if you haven't already. Half of you guys watching this video are unsubscribed, and let's get this video to 500 likes. So the personal terms between Liverpool and Lavia are already agreed, so that's not a problem. Lavia will hopefully become Liverpool player, but because these usually happen, because usually clubs open with a bid that is pretty low and not the final transfer fee that will be agreed. And of course Southampton will make a counter offer. According to Sasha Tavolieri, Liverpool want to close the deal around £40 million plus add-ons and bonuses. But of course Southampton want more, but conversations are really open, and because the aim is to find the right deal. Southampton know that Lavia wants to leave, he wants to join Liverpool. Jurgen Klopp already gave the green light for this deal to go through, so I think it's only a matter of time whether Lavia, it's not an if where Lavia will become a Liverpool player, it's a when Lavia will become a Liverpool player. And I expect this deal to be completed this week. Also, we will have big updates on Jordan Henderson and Fabinho's deals later on in this video, so stay tuned and watch this video until the end. And James Green is reporting, who is a reporter on Twitter, and there was a friendly between Southampton and Bournemouth yesterday, and he said, I'm at St Mary's tonight, and Lavia looked decidedly uninterested during the first half. So even though Lavia was subject of a Liverpool bid, Southampton still decided to play him, but he played only one half, and he was head down, often walking around, showed the glimpses of his class, but looked like a player wanting to move away from Southampton. And he was taken off at half-time. And who can blame him? Southampton will play in the Championship, in the second division, and Liverpool are one of the biggest clubs in the world. And when Liverpool want you, definitely you are going to want to move there. He was thinking in his head, I'm about to get my dream move to one of the biggest clubs in the world, so I really don't want to injure myself. Probably that was his thinking. And it was actually strange, because usually when clubs know a player is subject of a big bid from a big club, usually they don't play him in those friendly games, either to not get him injured or because he's not in the right frame of mind, he's not in the right headspace to play that game. And to be fair to Lavia, Liverpool is a massive opportunity for Lavia, and an injury, a long-term injury, could ruin that transfer for him. So not worth putting a lot of effort into a pretty meaningless friendly game when you are about to get your dream move to a dream football club. And Lavia definitely didn't want to get injured. Thankfully he didn't get injured, so this deal is expected to still go through later this week. Sasha Tavolieri also is reporting that sources on the Lavia deal confirm that Liverpool feel reasonably confident, and as the talks are on, and they will continue during this week. Southampton wants to get fixed base fee of £40 million, which is comparable to the buyback clause that Man City have, that will be only active in the summer of 2024, and they would define that as good business if they got 40 million plus bonuses and add-ons. So I expect 40 million plus 5 to 6 to 7, 8 million pound bonus deal. So in the end it will come down to a 45 million pound transfer fee for Lavia, which is still, I think, a decent transfer fee for a hugely talented 19-year-old player who is big fast, strong, dynamic. He's energetic. He has the legs that Fabinho and Henderson don't anymore. So he will inject a lot of pace, a lot of energy, and a lot of high intensity counter pressing, and also running back, getting the ball back from the opposition. That's what I expect Lavia to get stuck in. And in a world where the transfer market is so high, so inflated, that Conor Gallagher and Scott McTominay are costing 40-45 million pounds. Liverpool just need to bite the bullet and pay the going rate for Lavia, which is around 45 million pounds. That's the market nowadays. A Premier League experienced player who, yes, only had 1 year in the Premier League, but he showed that he can cut it. He was one of the best players at Southampton, and he's homegrown as well. So Liverpool signing Lavia doesn't take up a homegrown place, a non-homegrown place in their squad. And he's playing for the Belgium national team already, and he can play in multiple positions: defensive midfield, box-to-box midfield, either on the left or the right side. I think it's a totally fair transfer fee. In today's market I'm talking about. Sky Sports have reported that Man City apparently have a 20% sell-on fee, so which eats into Southampton's fee. So I totally get why they want at least 40 million pounds guaranteed. Seems pretty fair, all things considered. I don't think Lavia is worth quite that amount, but he has a huge potential, a lot of potential. So you are basically paying for the future potential, the future potentially world-class talent that could develop Lavia into, and that's what Liverpool are paying for. And I think Liverpool are desperate for a defensive midfielder, a specialist defensive midfielder who can play in the position of Fabinho or Henderson. And this is what the Southampton coach Russell Martin said on Roman Lavia playing despite Liverpool being in talks to sign him. He said, yeah, Lavia has a lot going on in his head. Not easy for a young player to handle the noise, but he has handled it well. The latest news is very public. He may still be here or he may not. So basically the Southampton manager already confirmed that Liverpool are in talks to sign Lavia, and I expect Liverpool to negotiate a transfer fee that works both for Liverpool and for Southampton. And also this morning Fabrizio Romano is reporting that Liverpool are prepared to return with a new approach for Roman Lavia to Southampton. Southampton made clear they want £50 million package after initial contact on Tuesday. Talks on player side taking place for weeks, which means that Liverpool have been talking with Roman Lavia's agent and representatives for weeks now, and the final details on the contract, on the personal terms have all been agreed and done and dusted. No issue on personal terms. Lavia is very open to joining Liverpool. He is desperate to play for Liverpool, I think. Jurgen Klopp wants him, the green light has been given. So now Liverpool need to find a structure that works for them. So maybe 40 million plus another 10 million pounds on add-ons and bonuses, but I think Liverpool can go higher than that a little bit. Maybe 43 million base fee plus another 7 million in add-ons and bonuses. Some of them easier to be triggered than others. And also yesterday there were a couple of videos leaked from Anfield at Liverpool FC that Jordan Henderson's move to Al Ettifaq to Saudi Arabia is very, very close. There was a video leaked where Henderson was filming probably a goodbye or farewell video inside Anfield. He was at the middle of the pitch at Anfield, and there was a cameraman working around Henderson, filming him from a low angle, from a high angle. So it means that probably Henderson is filming a goodbye video to the Liverpool fans. And the Fabrizio Romano also reported late yesterday evening that Jordan Henderson, the deal to Saudi Arabia, is on the verge of being finally sealed, and it has been dragged on for more than a week. And I expect Liverpool to seal the Roman Lavia deal as soon as the Henderson deal is announced. Dominic King will probably say that Henderson is still in discussion to whether to sign for Saudi Arabia side or not. And some Liverpool fans are already saying that the only way that they want to hear about Henderson going to Saudi Arabia again is immediately before Lavia is holding a Liverpool shirt, you know, and standing at Anfield. Because, yeah, this deal has been dragged on for too long, that's for sure. David Ornstein also posted a very cryptic, very mysterious update to the Fabinho to Al Ittihad transfer situation. David Ornstein, who is a very reliable journalist, probably the most reliable journalist on Liverpool news this summer, he said that Fabinho's transfer to Al Ittihad is in jeopardy. Talks ongoing and all parties are committed to a deal, but there is a delay and Fabinho will resume Liverpool training on Wednesday, so that's today, unless a breakthrough is made beforehand, which is really strange. David Ornstein didn't specify exactly what the delay is, because he probably doesn't know the details, or the details are not really for the public. But he also said it's absolutely nothing to do with the dogs of Fabinho. What a strange timeline that we have, that the dogs of Fabinho, the French Bulldogs, are in Liverpool transfer news stories. It's absolutely hilarious to me, and I think the Saudi clubs probably are moving slower with these transfer deals because they are not paying with their own money. So they need to get approval from the Saudi government, and they need to get the transfer funds transferred from the Saudi government to their own bank accounts, and then they can transfer those funds to Liverpool. And of course Liverpool just need assurances that they are going to be paid and they are going to get given the proper transfer fees that are agreed in the contract. So probably Liverpool want assurances that they will get all the transfer funds. Also, somebody at Anfield and at the Liverpool headquarters leaked CCTV camera footage of Henderson sitting with somebody else at a table, and there was a guy in front of Henderson editing Henderson's goodbye farewell video on a laptop, which was really strange to see. I mean, who leaked that? Somebody at Liverpool FC is getting fired. Those Twitter comments were absolutely hilarious. And I think the delay is also because Liverpool want to give a proper farewell to Jordan Henderson, so they will probably want to film a proper goodbye video, and Henderson also wants to do a proper interview of saying farewell to Liverpool fans. And Florian Plettenberg is also reporting that Liverpool and Southampton are still in negotiations, and they're not easy, and as there is still no agreement, but it's the last hurdle, and Liverpool and Southampton expect both to agree a transfer fee later today or later this week, because Lavia wants to join Liverpool, and I mean the Southampton manager already said that Lavia may not be at Southampton later this week. David Lynch is also reporting that Jordan Henderson's deal to Saudi Arabia is expected to be announced and concluded later this week. There was confidence that Fabinho would follow suit in joining Al Ittihad, but this report from David Ornstein has thrown that into doubt, that there is a delay in that deal. It's emerging as a bit of a pattern, David Lynch is saying, that in deals involving Saudi clubs, that things don't move particularly quickly, and there is a complex ownership setup that directly involves the country's government, and that has a lot to do with it. You know, anytime a government is involved, things move at snail's pace, very, very slowly, because of the bureaucracy, because every move basically is being signed off by the state of Saudi Arabia, and that takes time. That takes a longer time than just the club signing off on a deal. But it wouldn't be the worst case scenario if Fabinho's deal falls through and Liverpool will still sign Lavia, irrespective whether Fabinho leaves or stays at Liverpool. Henderson is almost confirmed to leave now, and I wouldn't be against Fabinho staying at Liverpool for one more season. We can still sell him next summer for pretty much the same transfer fee, because he still has 3 years left on his contract, and Fabinho teaching Lavia and Bajcetic the ropes of how to become a world-class defensive midfielder, which Fabinho definitely was until last season. I think that's a pretty good scenario, and Liverpool would still have Fabinho, Lavia and Bajcetic, 3 defensive midfielders who we can rotate, and sometimes we can even play 2 defensive midfielders, 2 of them, Lavia and Fabinho, for example, next to each other, so Fabinho can sit and Lavia can roam forward a little bit. David Lynch is saying that Mo Salah is not leaving this summer, even if Paris Saint-Germain were to target him And even if Mbappe leaves ridiculous amounts of money to Saudi Arabia for one season and then he joins Real Madrid next summer, even then Paris Saint-Germain have no chance. Salah says he wants to stay at Liverpool. Also, Nat Phillips has a 10 million asking price, but Liverpool are prepared to sell him for a little bit less. Leeds United and other clubs are interested. I think Nat Phillips would do well at a club like Wolves or Everton, a club in the bottom half of the Premier League. Nat Phillips is a pretty decent defender. Also, David Lynch is reporting that Inacio isn't a target, and he never has been. From what David Lynch is saying, it seems that the club doesn't value him as a player. The defense is something that Liverpool want to strengthen, but it's not a priority at the moment. First, we want to get the midfield sorted, and then if we have some money left over, then we could sign a new centre-back as well, but that's for the last part of the transfer window. First we want to sort out the midfield. And that's it for today's latest Liverpool transfer news updates. I will be back tomorrow with another update, but tonight I'm going back home from this holiday, so thank you for sticking with me during this holiday period. I hope that you guys enjoyed these videos. Thanks for watching, have a nice day, see you later, goodbye.